Hey everyone, today we are going to review the Thrill Water Park at Perfect Day at CocoCay. Cue that intro. As a family with 4 kids, taking a trip to a water park is challenging. However, we were super excited about Perfect Day at CocoCay and especially the Thrill Water Park. We got a really great deal on our tickets to the Thrill Water Park. I think we paid about $56 a person or so for the tickets, and we purchased them in advance off the Royal Caribbean website. We had told the kids that this was basically their Christmas present this year, and they were really super excited about it. We were really excited about taking some rides on the Daredevil's Peak, which we definitely tried out. It's the tallest water slide, in North America. And so we went and tried those out. We also tried out all the rest of the slides as well. The kids had a really fun day. Even though it was December, we ended up going to Thrill Water Park on December 14th, which was towards the last of our 2 weeks of cruising. So here's us entering the Thrill Water Park. It was pretty easy to get off the ship and walk into the water park. It was pretty crowded coming down the walkway, but it wasn't too bad. There was some people to greet us and some dancers and singers, but we had all of our passes. Really all you need is your C-Pass cards to get into the Thrill Water Park because those are all loaded up with your passes. So I think that they'll probably put some tickets and things like that on your bed with some information about Thrill Water Park, and we had a little map to guide us around as well. But you know, really the park isn't all that huge. I mean, you can get around really quickly. We were a little bit concerned that maybe the kids would get lost or not be able to find us, but we didn't really have that much of a problem. Once we got into the park, go past the security and everything, you have to scan your C-Pass cards right here. Then we get to walk into the park, and we were able to find some things quickly. Now, one thing as a family, we really liked the fact that the lockers were complimentary. So we went in, and that's the first thing that we did. We found a locker. It was able to fit a backpack in it, as well as some of our other valuables. So that was really super helpful, not to be able to have to carry that around the park all day. And we ended up going back to the locker to get things out of it every once in a while. Just remember your code for the locker. You don't need a key or anything. It's just a little digital code. So walking along past the lockers here, the first thing that you come upon is the wave pool. So we went over here to the wave pool. We were able to find seats. There's plenty of seating and lots of shade. So one of the nice things that we really like about the Thrill Water Parks is the abundance of shade that they have. Because even in December, it was still pretty hot. I think it was in the high 80s that day. I know, right? For December, that's awesome. This is exactly the place we want to be in December. So the kids rushed right into this wave pool, and they swam around a little bit. They had a lot of fun. It's not sandy right there. They have kind of brick, I guess, that goes into the water, so you're not going to get really sandy and nasty. But they do have sand up where all of the lounge chairs are, so it's kind of nice just to stick your feet in the sand. And they have really nice walkways around the entire Thrill Water Park. Now also with this wave pool area, there's a little kids play area that's over on the left, and they have this little kind of splash pad with, I don't even know what these things are called, that have this waterfall. And so the kids enjoyed playing with those and squirting the water out of the little water cannons. So we ended up just finding a seat over here at near the wave pool, and we just told the kids, hey, this is where we're going to be. If you need to be able to check back in with us, come and take a look and come back. They do have some cabanas over here next to the wave pool. Those are for purchase. We heard from several of our friends that we went on at the cruise that they really enjoyed the cabanas as well. But, you know, honestly, we were running around so much. I mean, we only had one day here at Perfect Day at CocoCay, and we were trying to ride every single water slide possible. So that was kind of our goal. All right, here we go. Up to the top of Daredevil's Peak. 2, 3, 4. There goes the small rides right there. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8. Goodness, this is high. 9. Gotta work off all those calories that you ate on the chip. 10. I'm slowing down. There we go. 11. Now I'm getting really slowed down. Now it's the other 2 slides. Right here. We'll come back to those. We're going up to the very top, Daredevil's Peak. All stairs. What's that? 12. Here we go. 13. Now, if there was a line, 45-minute wait all the way to the top. Thankfully, no line. All right, here we go. Excuse me, guys. I'm filming here. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm not riding, I'm just filming.
Alright.
Excuse me, I'll be right back down in a minute. I can't believe I'm doing all these steps without actually riding. Excuse me. I know, I'm climbing all the way up here and not actually gonna ride. Isn't that crazy? I must be... Excuse me. I know. I must be crazy. I'm climbing all these steps and not riding. So, can I squeak by you guys real quick? Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Can I squeak through you? I know, I'm climbing all these steps and not actually riding. This is crazy. Excuse me. Alright. I think we made it to the top. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I know, I'm climbing all these steps and not actually riding. I'm stupid or something. Alright. Made it to the top. That's it. Alright, you wanna be on? Hey, YouTube!
Oh, yeah.
Hey! Devil's Peak Tower is definitely the most awesome water slide we have ever been on. At 135 feet tall, it is the tallest water slide in North America. The tube is 764 feet long, and you spend 35 seconds in the tube. So coming up here, we're going to take a ride. There goes Grace. We're going to see if it's an entire 35-second ride. Let's hit that countdown. One thing I noticed going through the ride, you do develop a good amount of friction going through, so I would definitely recommend maybe wearing a shirt on the ride. We're up to 20 seconds, and I was able to complete it in about 23 seconds, so I think this ride definitely was faster than the 35 seconds than they thought it was. Absolutely amazing though. I would recommend doing it as many times as possible. Our kids did this ride repeatedly over and over again, although we'd had one of our kids who was a little freaked out about going all the way to the top of Devil's Peak Tower. However, he did do the other rides multiple times over and over again, and absolutely loved them.
It was so fun.
Now the slides over on the left, the yellow and the blue slides, are super fun too. You stand in these capsules and then the floor drops out from under you, and that makes you go really fast. Alright, coming up next is Splash Summit. Splash Summit has 3 different types of water slides. There is the Slingshot, the Twister, and the Speedway, and they all kind of empty out into one big pool down here at the bottom. So the way that this works is you go either grab a mat or you grab a inner tube and climb your way to the top. The Slingshot has tubes that are automatically taken to the top. So all you have to do is run up to the top, jump onto one of the Slingshot tubes with your family, and you're good to go. Now there's a shoe drop right at the bottom. You can go ahead and drop your shoes and head up to the top. If you want to get on a ride quickly, we found that the Speedway had the shortest lines. So grabbing those mats and running up to the top, we were able to jump on the Speedway rides over and over and over again. While climbing the stairs, there's 3 lines on the stairs. Follow the indicated marks to make sure that you're in the correct line for the ride that you want to go on. Alright, here we go, climbing the tower. This is Slingshot, Twister, and Speedway. A lot of steps. But, beautiful view. We really liked the Slingshot. We actually did it first, and you get in these tubes and go down this slide, and then it slings you up and then back down. So you get this moment of no gravity. This is a great family ride because you get in the inner tube with up to 5 or 6 people depending on a combined weight, and you go down this slide and you get a great view of the park coming up the other end of the Slingshot slide as well. This is a view from the top of the Splash Summit. From the top of Splash Summit, you can see a great view of the Daredevil's Peak as well as the entire rest of the park. Now, we really wanted to do the balloon ride on our trip to CocoCay. However, there was a little bit of wind and they ended up canceling our ride. So we were kind of bummed that we didn't get some good pictures from the top of the balloon ride, but maybe next time. Okay, we're here at Speedway. Everybody has their mats. Let's start that counter. Let's see how long it takes to get to the bottom. All right, about 14 seconds, not too bad. I think I might have had a little bit of an edge because I weigh more than my kids. But they had a great time. We went and did this ride over and over and over again. They do have different sized mats though too, so when you're picking up your mat, make sure that if you're taller, you can get the longer mat. All right, it's time to ride Twister. We've got our inner tubes. You can either get 2-person inner tubes or single inner tubes to go down Twister. Now, the entrance to this ride is a little bit dark. We had one of our kids who was afraid of the dark, and it took him a little while to get onto the inner tube and go down, but once he did, he had a great time. Now let's see how long it takes to go down the Twister. Start the clock. All right, 42 seconds. That is a good long ride. We really enjoyed the Twister ride. It dumps you out into this big pool. There's always a lifeguard there to help with people who are not so great swimmers, but all of our kids are fishes, so they had a great time. Now, we had about 8 full hours at the Thrill Water Park from the time that we were able to get off the ship to when we had to get back on board to get ready for dinner. And we spent the entire day on these rides. I would say that in the future, if Royal Caribbean wanted to say spend 2 days at the water park instead of 1, that would be great. our kids probably could have played out here the whole week and never been bored. Now, facing Splash Summit are a row of cabanas that are available for rent, and you could hang out in here, have some nice shade, and watch your kids play in the Splash Summit, or even see over here to the adventure pool. Now, the adventure pool is amazing. It has these little lily pad type things where the kids can go and run and jump on them. It has a rock climbing wall. It has a whole bunch of different activities that kids can do. And in between going down all the slides, our kids loved coming over here and playing in this adventure pool area. It's kind of in between the Splash Summit and the Daredevil's Peak. It's also within viewing distance of the Snack Shack. So we really liked the fact that it was centrally located so that when we were eating, we were able to keep an eye on our kids while they were playing over here in the adventure pool area. Speaking of the Snack Shack, this is where we had lunch when we were at Thrill Waterpark. There's a bunch of other different restaurants out in the park, but the Snack Shack is definitely the place to go when you're over here at Thrill Waterpark. Now, we had read some blogs and found that there was a quote-unquote secret menu, and this is the chicken parmesan sandwich. It is the chicken with the cheese sticks on top of it, and you just stack them up and eat them just like that, and they are amazing. Definitely something that you should do. Pour a little marinara sauce on there too, makes it really good. The kids love the burgers, the fries. There's these enormous cookies that they could get. All the food was really good. Now, right at the end, we did have a chance to explore Chill Island a little bit. We took a walk out of the Thrill Waterpark and into the Chill Island. The Chill Island has this enormous lagoon, has some beautiful beaches, great lounge chairs, and just an amazing scenery. So my wife and I were definitely looking forward to coming back here to CocoCay. We've already booked a couple more cruises where we're going to be able to come back and just really enjoy a chill water park. This is the view as you're walking across the bridge. You get a really great view of the ship. If you want to take some selfies and get some pictures while you're here, this is the place to do it. Hey, pretty ship from CocoCay. As we continued along, we found there was a whole bunch of nice little artisan marketplace shops. And we had known that they were here from the last time that we were at CocoCay, but they've kind of been relocated and revamped with the new amplification of the CocoCay area. So how was your day at CocoCay?
Very cool. Love CocoCay.
Was it a perfect day?
It was really cool. Close enough to it.
Close enough to perfect. Lure in the background. Hey! Is this a perfect day at CocoCay, Isabella? Yeah? Best water park ever.
I went on the water slide in the wall. In the wild.
North America. There's a difference. There is a difference.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more cruise videos. This is the Kasky crew. Alright, bye CocoCay. And we absolutely love CocoCay.
I went up 12. Mine are blistered. I went up like 50 flights of stairs. Me too. There's like 1,000 steps on Daredevil's Peak.
That was the coolest water slide ever.
I did.
Yeah.
Catch it, Bo.
Come on, Bo.
Anybody go down Devil's Peak?
Mommy and Daddy did. Isabella and Boaz did.
I went down Daredevil's Peak.